Yo, it's Daniel Matheny here with Matheny Endurance. I coach badasses.com. Coming at you with some tips and advice regarding the current base season. And it's another one of those years, who knows what's in store for events. So one thing that I always fall back on is aerobic fundamental trainings, and that's could be the base work, the zone 1 and polarized, or just your zone 2, kind of the foundation. So don't forgo that stuff. If you develop it, it's going to come back and pay off dividends later. And if you have that fitness from the foundation, then you can always stack on some intensity later. It's what I consider durable. So even if you mess up your builds and you don't know what events are coming on, always resort to that. So the first tip is, if all else fails, resort to doing some aerobic work. And obviously, what's the minimum effective dose? It's got to be enough more than what you've currently been doing, but even just a small dose, 45, 60 minutes, will maintain what you've been doing. It kind of taps into there, but as you extend those, it's got to be long enough to cause further adaptive signals. But on the side of that, people get bored with it. So one of the things I've encouraged people to do with the aerobic is know what you're trying to accomplish. So instead of doing these based on, like, say, your zone 2 heart rate and not being able to track anything, is pay attention to your speed on some normal rides, as well as your leg speed, like your cadence, because if you're going out doing these rides, you should be seeing a faster speed for the same relative heart rate. Or if you have a power meter, depending on if you're on the road or mountain, you should see a higher power output, whether it be an average or for a certain segment that you're doing, or a certain route, in similar conditions, for the same heart rate output. And that shows that the improvement is working. So you're working at a pretty good level of your basal VO2 max when you're doing aerobic work, much higher than what you would think. And so going that extra intensity up to tempo, or even those high intensity intervals, threshold and above, don't get you that much more benefit. So save them for when you need them in the season. So hopefully that information helps you out and gives you some tips to stick with the plan. And knowing what your goals are right now, and sticking with that, can help you in the long term. Over and out.